What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of the Draft to Glory. In the last episode we lost to a very good opponent with a very good team in the second round and hopefully today we can do a little bit better. But guys, if you enjoy Draft to Glory, drop a thumbs up for me. It would be very much appreciated. Look down below, if it's less than 5k, drop a thumbs up. Let's try and smash that 5k mark. Let's go for the 4-3-2-1, one of my favourite formations in FIFA over the years. And we are going to start with Team of the Year Ronaldo. I know that Ibra is tempting, that Messi is tempting, but taking the best player in the game is something that you should absolutely, categorically, always do. And if we could get a Bale or a Messi here, perfect. Ooh, a Bale and a Messi. Oh, that's tempting. Because I would also want a Bale or a Messi at striker as well. So which one have I got a better opportunity of getting a striker card for? Probably Messi, haven't I? Because Bale's got... Does Bale have 2 striker cards? And Messi has 3 striker cards? It might be an illogical way of thinking, but... so Bale has, 90 striker and a 91 centre forward. And Messi has a 96 striker, a 95 striker, and a 94 striker. So we'll take Gareth Bale here in the hopes that here we get a striker version of Leo. It's not happening. Ooh, I'll take that back, shall we, though? A nice 87 rated card. I know it doesn't link with the team, but I feel like we'll go for a full La Liga squad here, guys. Maybe not. I can't turn away Kante. And now we also get Pogba as well. Okay, so maybe we're not going for a full La Liga squad because we've just been given 2 absolute beasts of the Premier League. Do we have a La Liga player here? We don't. We'll take the French guy just because he links with the French guys. All right. This is going to be a bit of a trickier one now. I kind of still want to go La Liga though. Even if I don't, even if we use Kante and Pogba off the bench. I do kind of want... No, we've got to go Premier League again. We've got the 86 Screamer Company there. Obviously gets a soft link in. I should have taken Leighton Baines now. That's my bad. Ooh, no, we can... Okay, let's go for a hybrid. Let's go for a La Liga Premier League hybrid. Let's swap those 2 over as well. And get the right back in here too. Alright. So... We could take Nelson Semedo and potentially play him at left back. Probably would be better than the 75 rated guy. Or we could take Danilo, who obviously gets strong link into Vincent Kompany and just kind of makes more sense. So that's what we'll do there. Then we get Ter Stegen. Yeah, we'll take a soft link Ter Stegen in. That's not a bad start. We need to get a striker and a midfielder from La Liga and then just increase the squad abilities with players that pop up as and when they pop up. So in that mentality, maybe Nathaniel Klein is better than Danilo, and he has a hunter so he gets a pace boost, but maybe Marcus Rashford, no, because he's a left mid, it doesn't make any sense. Let's take Nathaniel Klein. We don't get a chem boost out of Nathaniel Klein, but he has better defending and better pace and a chem style that boosts pace more as well, so, and it doesn't affect Vincent Kompany either. Next up, Tagliafico, not interested in. Campana, not interested in. We'll take a Carlos Vela for a super sub there. That's a pretty decent card, of course. Ooh. Now, Raheem Sterling would be a logical choice here over Gareth Bale. And we could then put Gareth Bale up front and give Ronaldo a chem boost. Or we could take Andre Gomes and put him in the midfield. And that really would be the logical choice, wouldn't it? That boosts us up to 84 chemistry. So that is much, much better. A good La Liga left back would be paramount. Fernandinho. I mean, we don't need a midfielder other than potentially a better La Liga midfielder. Our midfield is all right. I could take Eden Hazard. And again, we could play him... Yeah, let's take Eden Hazard and we'll pop Hazard there. And we go from 84 chemistry to 86 chemistry by using Gareth Bale at striker off chem. Eden Hazard also off chem. And that's probably a little bit better. And then we've got Batshuayi and Carlos Vela as super subs. Next up, Handanovic doesn't help us. Mbappe would make a good sub. And in fact, Mbappe would probably give us 1 chem point boost. 3 chem point boosts. There you go. So Mbappe goes up there at right wing instead of Eden Hazard. Now we've got some great subs. We've got a Batshuayi with a Hunter Chem style that puts him up to 97 sprint speed, 98 acceleration, impeccable shooting, fantastic dribbling, good strength, good jumping. Like, that is a great card. We've also got Carlos Vela, who would make a good midfielder aside from the fact that he's got the 2-star weak foot. And then we also have Eden Hazard with a pace boost. Great stats outside of that to give us some good super subs. So the biggest upgrade that we need now is our left back. We need a better left back and potentially a La Liga striker. So in goal, Keylor Navas would be great for Sergio Ramos. Well, Keylor Navas will get us a chem boost. But Schmeichel actually wouldn't give us a chem. Schmeichel will give us 3 chem boost. But if I put Danilo back in, we'd get a big chem boost because Vincent Kompany would then go up to 10 chem. So the question is, do we go with Navas and just get our goalkeeper on 10 chem, or do we go with Schmeichel? And I'm not a biggest fan of Icon Schmeichel goalkeeper, but we'll do it to go for a nice big chem boost. And we're now only 5 chemistry away from a full chem squad. Next up, we get a Dani Alves card. We'll take that Dani Alves card. We'll throw him onto the bench and potentially sub him in. Okay, maybe not. All right, this is interesting now because Valencia is obviously a fantastic card but doesn't help company. Laporte is obviously a good card too. I'm going to take Valencia. It has to be done. Has to be done. Much better than Danilo. I know Vincent Kompany loses out on some chemistry there, but I can't not take him. I can't not take that Antonio Valencia. Next on the board, we get a David Silva card. I'll take that 91 Silva. Nobody else really works for us. Amrabat is a La Liga player, but doesn't help. I wouldn't mind a striker Messi now at one of these 2 spots. Or just a Messi in general. And we're not going to get one. So we'll take Ozcakup for the rating. Our rating is going to be quite high for this team. The team in general is quite nice. Oh, God. The team in general is quite nice. Let's get our last pick up here. Who do we get? Anyone big? No. I mean, that was really disappointing, actually, at the end there. Now, our squad in general is good. It's all right. We've got some really good subs. I don't like the fact that Gareth Bale is, like, wildly off chemistry. But we've got some really, really good players to swap out if he's just underperforming because he's wildly off chemistry. So we've got Valencia, great. Pogba, great. Kante, great. Mbappe, great. Ronaldo, great. Gomez is good, not great. Nice and tall with a 4-star weak foot. Decent enough passing. Okay physicals. He'll probably be one that has to come off. And he'll probably come off for David Silva, actually, in that midfield. Gareth Bale, because he's only going to be on 3 or potentially 4 chemistry if we get the right manager, will also be someone that has to come off. And he'll come off for Batshuayi. And then Eden Hazard or Dani Alves will be our final super subs for Mbappe, potentially, depending on stamina and such like that. So it's a nice hybrid. In all essence, technically, it's a 4-league hybrid, right? We've got the Icon League, the Premier League, the La Liga, and the French League. So in retrospect, it is a 4-league hybrid. But last time I said about 4-league hybrid, people said that the Icon League didn't count. But in my opinion, it does. The only downside to this whole team, in my opinion, is this left back. So we might waste our subs on Batshuayi on for Bale, David Silva on for Gomez, and potentially Dani Alves coming on for Jose Angel. Hopefully we can get ourselves up to at least 95 chemistry here. That gives us no boost. 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 And that gives us no boost. None of these managers give us any kind of boost. So we've got a 92 chem, 89 rated squad. This is a much better team than the last team we had. I would like to at least assume that I could get to the semi-final with this team. But we're going to go and have a look, guys. That, guys, is the squad. Let's get into the action. Okay, guys, as we go into the gameplay, the first opponent has a 4-3-1-2 team, 84 chemistry only, but he has got some fantastic players. Aguero, Team of the Year Messi, Ronaldo wildly off chem, but De Bruyne in for Matuidi, also off chem. His defence is a little weak, and of course having that Fabianski in goal is going to cause him some problems. So I was pretty confident in round 1, looking at his team and looking at my team, thinking to myself, yes, we are going to get through to at least the semi-finals, which is what we're looking for, you know. But he ends up scoring an absolute banger for goal number 1 to go 1-0 up. I did get back into the game though, lovely little drag back there, the ball into Cristiano Ronaldo, ball rolls once, past the defender, left analog stick past the second defender, and then a lovely 1-2 in the box to get the ball back to Ronaldo's feet. He sweeps it underneath Fabianski just in time to make it 1-1. And it wasn't until super late in the game that we ended up getting the next goal. Cristiano Ronaldo with some space on the edge of the box. My opponent is lunging, he's nervous, he doesn't know what's going on. The ball falls to Hazard, and the rebound comes to Ronaldo to make it 2-1 after the 76th minute. And then he just kind of fell apart a little bit. 10 minutes later, with just 5 minutes left, Ronaldo, obviously good card, that team of the year Ronaldo. The ball comes out to Jose Angel, the weakest player on our team. He gets into the space, drills that across, and eventually it just very fortunately falls to Cristiano Ronaldo to make it 3-1. And there was time for one more goal just yet to make it 4-1. 90 minutes on the clock. David Silva plays the ball into Batshuayi. Batshuayi shoots. The rebound falls to Paul Pogba. Beautiful little bit of trickery there from Paul Pogba. Finds some space in the box. Gets the ball to Hazard. It eventually falls to David Silva, who shoots with his back to goal and scores to make it 4-1. So a fantastic first round performance, and I was just feeling good with this team. You could see there I did make some changes. Batshuayi on at right forward, Ronaldo moved up front, Hazard on at left forward, and David Silva on as well. Into the second round, we'll come up against a pretty weird team, not 87 chemistry, 88 rated. It's got some real good players in there. David De Gea, Raheem Sterling, Team of the Year De Bruyne, the FUT birthday as Piliqueta, inform Aguero. But then he's got players like Fabinho just randomly in the middle off chem. So interesting team for sure. We end up getting the first goal in this game. Cristiano Ronaldo down the left-hand side. Ball rolls inside, cuts it back to Mbappe. And Mbappe taps that one in to make it 1-0. Lots of goals in this game though, and it wasn't too long before my opponent got back into the game. Sergio Aguero plays the ball through. I try and clear it, but it just didn't go where I wanted it to go there. I tried to pass that through into the midfield, into Kante, but the game decided to pass it just a little bit to my left. And he ends up getting a nice easy goal to make it 1-1. However, we go back up at 2-1. Cristiano Ronaldo there. I thought that was going to be Vincent Kompany's goal, but the game gave it to Cristiano Ronaldo. Like, even in the replay that it showed, it looked like Kompany headed it in before it was on the line, before it was over the line. But we eventually get our third goal. Gareth Bale missing 2 absolute sitters before Mbappe taps in the rebound and made it 3-1. We go to 3-2 now. My opponent pulled 1 goal back, but I was in complete control of this game. I was creating most of the chances. My opponent was hitting me on the odd counter-attack here or there, but generally speaking, it was just all me, and very, very easy to create chances. We find ourselves 4-2 up, and Paul Pogba makes it 5-2 on the 60th minute, and then eventually we made it 6-2 just a few minutes later. Mbappe finds Kante, Kante finds Batshuayi, Batshuayi finds Eden Hazard, lays it back to Batshuayi, who just rolls that one past the goalkeeper, and 6-2 is where this game ended because my opponent decided to rage quit. So we move into the semi-final. I said at the start of the video, or as we was building the team, a semi-final performance or better with this team is something that I would expect. I'm very happy to get back into the semi-final. The last sort of 10 episodes, we've only got to the final and won around 5 times after going on an absolute tear. So, I feel like my expectations need to be limited a little bit more now. I obviously just hit a really good run of form where we won something like 27 out of 33 or 34 drafts. And now we need to, drop back to a more realistic achievement of, I would say 1 in 3 drafts as a win would be very comfortable. So we didn't win the last one. However, we did win the one before that. So, I'm looking for semi-final performance or better. And in the semi-final in this one, we go 2-0 down to this guy. He's got a nice team. He made some subs straight away as well. And I thought, we could be in a bit of trouble here. This could be GG's. But at 2-0, he did what everybody does. And this is why people say that the 2-0 lead is dangerous, right? I see it on Reddit all the time. I see people try and, marry this to scripting or handicap or momentum. But this guy made a change, and I didn't make a change, and that's what caused this guy his problems. When he went 2-0 up, he went on to ultra defensive, and it caused humongous problems for him, because when he was unbalanced or potentially attacking, I don't know what he was on initially, he was able to create more opportunities because he was pushing me in, he was pinning me in. I was unable to pass the ball around his team. His team, which was absolutely fantastic, were just doing, you know, really good things. And generally speaking, he was actually in control of the game. When he went 2-0 up, he went on to ultra defensive, and although he did still score a couple of goals, as you can see, he's 4-2 up now. Although he did still score a couple of goals, he scored them off of counter attacks, not off of pressure football. And so I knew that I was still in the you know, I knew I had the better chance. I knew I was going to have more chances, more opportunities, and so long as I could stop this guy from getting his counter attacks in the back of the net, I would be absolutely fine in this game. And that's exactly what happened. I pulled it back from 2-0 to 2-1, 3-1 to 3-2, 4-2 to 4-4, and then we eventually get the game-winning goal in the 70th minute. And from this point onwards, I also just changed and went to ultra defensive because this guy stayed on ultra defensive. So once I went 2-1 up, and it's a great goal here from Batshuayi as well, beautiful finesse shot. I was able to just hold the ball in the defence in the midfield because this guy stayed on ultra defensive and just wouldn't come and pressure me to try and get the ball back. So a nice big 5-4 win after being a lot down. You can see there I dominated possession, tackles, passing. It was all in my favour, and the only chances he got after going 2-0 up were legitimately his counter-attacking opportunities. And at 2-0, he probably thought, okay, I need to protect this lead now. But if he just stayed balanced, or even when attacking, he probably would have ended up beating me, and such is this game. So into the final we go, guys. This guy had a really nice team, good Ronaldo, good Messi, a couple of Team of the Year players. We end up getting the first goal, a couple of lucky bounces on the edge of the box there again, but Cristiano Ronaldo coming up big to win the header to put us 1-0 to the good. We eventually go 2-0 up as well. Ronaldo with a lovely little Ronaldo chop. Ball rolls past a few defenders. We get the rebound there. It falls to Gareth Bale, who heads that one home to make it 2-0. Eventually, it became 3-0 as well. Gareth Bale here on the left-hand side. It wasn't very good, Gareth Bale, and I'll put that down to the chemistry. You know, he had really low chem. He was just... I took him off quite early in a lot of the games. Went 3-0 up though with Paul Pogba. That might have been Kante actually scoring. I genuinely can't remember. I wasn't even looking at it there. And then eventually it went 4-1. My opponent did pull one back, and he made it 4-1, or I made it 4-1, should I say, in the 52nd minute, and that eventually became 5-1. Antonio Valencia down the right-hand side into Mbappe. Mbappe has got the pass on for Ronaldo. Ronaldo with a lovely little drag back, beautiful little low driven past the goalkeeper to make it 5-1, and that's where my opponent decided he did not want to play anymore. So we get a rage quit in the final, guys, and generally speaking, just absolutely dominant draft. A fantastic team, a good win, very happy to come away with the victory after losing in the second round last time around. This though, guys, is going to be the end of the gameplay. Let's get into the packs. Alright guys, so we get ourselves another draft victory under our belts. That's now 54 draft wins. Very, very chuffed with that, guys. I think I'm doing well, and I think my goals per game conceded ratio is coming down. We're down at 1.87 now. It's slowly but surely getting down there, guys. This team was fantastic. I did have troubles with Gareth Bale. I think he only scored the one goal in the final. I had to keep bringing Eden Hazard on, actually. I switched the game around like this pretty early on in some of the games, just because Bale just was tricky. And for a few of the games, I bought Dani Alves on down here at left back, and then for the first two games, I bought David Silva on here in the midfield. But for the last two games, I put Batshuayi on here in the midfield. The reason why I put him in there is because in the semi-final, it was a super laggy game. I went 3-1 and 2-0, 3-1 and 4-2 down. But I was creating so many chances, but Gomez was just getting into the wrong positions, couldn't finish a few easy chances. So I thought, let me put a striker in there because he's the one that keeps getting all the chances. And Batshuayi ended up scoring a really nice finesse shot to win the game, actually. And then he also scored from centre mid in the final. So this is kind of how the final team looked in game. Really, really, really good team. Schmeichel is terrible, absolutely terrible. But I'm glad to have won the draft, guys. So let's have a look at what we picked up for our rewards. Wow, okay, that is nice. 2 mega packs and a premium gold pack. That's 77,500 coins worth of packs for our 15k entry. That is very, very nice. Of course, we will make profit off of this, no matter what. Even if we don't get boards, even if we don't get good players, we will make profit because there's just too many items to not. We've already got about 3k back in match coins, and that makes 4k right there. And the right wing to right forward, I believe, is about 1,000 coins as well. Okay, so that's 400. So we'll say 1,000 coins for right forward and Stepanenko together. So that makes 5k. For the consumables, that will make 6k. And for these two strikers here, that will make 7k. So we've already got 7,000 coins back from our first pack and match coins with 2 mega packs to go. Let's see what we get in these 2 mega packs. We start off with a board player as well, which is obviously very, very nice. Is it going to be a big player? Spanish, right wing. It's Pedro. Very nice indeed. An 84 rated Premier League player right now is probably going for, 5,000-6,000 coins, somewhere around that kind of mark. So Pedro is very, very nice. What are we looking at? Yeah, I'd say 6,000 coins, and do you know what? We're going to get rid of him. And then we already had, that puts us at like 13,000 coins so far. And even if these, 14,000 with those two, 16,000 with all of those consumables, 17, 18, 19, 20,000 with the two of them, 21,000 with them. There's a Casillas in there as well. We've made really good profits off of this. Really good profits. I'm going to send this guy Lazovic into the club, and I want to check Insua's price. Yeah, he's always a nice high valued one because he's Spanish from the Bundesliga. So we'll throw him in. So yeah, amazing profit here today, guys. We're going to have ended up making about 15 to 20,000 coins as a bare minimum for actual profit. We get another board in the pack again. So back-to-back boards, and it's going to be Spanish. Goalkeeper, it's Casillas. So we're getting back-to-back packs. Imagine if it was De Gea, that would have been super nice. But can't get it all the time, can you? And we get Jimenez. That's some good packs there, dudes. I'm super chuffed with that. So yeah, all in all, some really clean profit. A good draft and some good gameplay as well. You can't complain about that. You can't ask for more than that. This, though, guys, is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.